In the middle of a quiet green forest, a beige tent was set up right beside a small, crystal-clear stream. The water trickled gently over smooth stones, reflecting the soft golden light of the late afternoon sky. Tall trees surrounded the camp, their thick foliage creating patches of pink shade. On the picnic mat spread in front of the tent, a plump golden cat curiously poked its head into a wicker basket full of food. Inside the neatly arranged basket were bright red apples, a ripe yellow banana, and colorful snack packets. The golden cat's eyes sparkled with excitement as it discovered its treasure. It held a shiny snack packet tightly in its tiny paws, nibbling eagerly while its gaze wandered around the serene forest. Nearby, Doraemon, wearing his usual blue body and white face, shining under the sun, concentrated on lighting a small campfire. His round hands rubbed two stones together vigorously, sparks flying down onto a pile of dry leaves. Tiny sparks shimmered in the air, reflecting his determination to get the fire started. The calm rustle of the forest seemed to pause around him, as if watching him work carefully. Just beyond the camp, in a lush carrot garden, a tiny white rabbit hopped excitedly along a dirt path. Its soft, snowy fur gleamed in the sunlight, and its long ears twitched as it explored. The rabbit began digging diligently, its little paws covered in soft, damp soil, pulling up plump orange carrots one by one. The green leaves of the carrots swayed gently in the wind. The rabbit placed the freshly harvested carrots into a wicker basket, its round black eyes shining with delight. The basket was quickly filling with vibrant, healthy carrots, each one more colorful under the warm sunlight. It paused for a moment, looking around the garden alertly, sensing that something might be moving in the shadows of the surrounding trees. Meanwhile, Doraemon glanced up from the campfire, the soft crackle of the flames reflecting in his wide eyes. Something in the forest had caught his attention. A subtle shift in the shadows, a movement too deliberate to be a passing animal. From the dense undergrowth of the forest, a giant cobra slithered silently, its long, glossy body reflecting the dappled sunlight piercing through the leaves. Its head rose slightly, cold, piercing yellow eyes scanning the surroundings with sharp precision. The cobra's forked tongue flicked in and out, sensing the presence of prey nearby. Back in the carrot garden, the white rabbit froze, ears erect, as it noticed the massive shadow creeping over the green leaves. The rabbit's black eyes widened with fear, and in a moment of panic, it bolted, hopping frantically through the garden rows. The cobra followed silently, its enormous body coiling and sliding along the ground, every scale glinting ominously in the sunlight. The rabbit's frantic hops sent clumps of soil and uprooted carrots flying into the air. It was small and vulnerable, and the cobra's huge coils were tightening around the garden path, preparing to strike. Hearing the faint cries of the rabbit, Doraemon sprang into action. He leaped from the campfire area, his round body moving quickly across the forest floor. The golden cat followed closely, tail straight up, eyes wide with alarm and determination. Together, they reached the garden just in time to see the rabbit struggling helplessly against the enormous coils of the cobra. Doraemon's wide eyes showed both concern and determination. He grabbed a large metallic pan nearby, raising it high with both hands. The golden cat, equally brave, crouched low and held a sturdy branch, its claws digging into the wood as it prepared to strike. The tension was palpable. The cobra's forked tongue flicked in the air, its eyes sharp and predatory, while the rabbit thrashed frantically, utterly terrified. With a swift, powerful motion, Doraemon struck the cobra's head with the metal pan. The cobra recoiled in surprise, its eyes blinking dizzily, its body lurching as if stunned. The golden cat followed up with a strong swing of the branch, hitting the cobra squarely and sending it reeling backward. The rabbit scrambled free, tumbling onto the soft grass, exhausted but safe. The cobra lay motionless for a few tense moments, its body coiled and eyes half closed, clearly dazed from the unexpected attack. Doraemon, breathing heavily, gently picked up the tiny white rabbit, cradling it in his arms. The golden cat brushed its paws over its face, relaxing slightly, though still alert for any further threats. The garden was a mess. Scattered carrots, overturned soil, and trampled leaves marked the intensity of the struggle. Yet amidst the chaos, The rabbit's small white body was safe. Doraemon sat on a patch of soft grass, holding the rabbit close, whispering gentle reassurances. The golden cat curled up beside them, purring softly, the tension of the past moments gradually fading. The golden sunlight of late afternoon bathed the scene in a warm, peaceful glow. The soft trickle of the nearby stream, the rustling of leaves in the gentle breeze, and the distant chirping of birds created a serene backdrop to the dramatic events that had just unfolded. With the danger gone, Doraemon placed the rabbit safely near the basket of freshly harvested carrots. The rabbit nibbled cautiously on a carrot, ears flicking contentedly. The golden cat pawed at the scattered snack packets, playfully batting them back into the picnic mat. Doraemon looked around the camp, the serene forest now seeming even more vibrant and alive. He smiled softly, his round eyes gleaming with relief. "All safe now," he murmured, patting the golden cat's back. The forest returned to its quiet rhythm, sunlight streaming through the canopy, highlighting the trio in a golden glow of friendship and victory. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Doraemon, the golden cat, and the white rabbit sat together on the grass. They shared the carrots, snacks, and warmth of companionship, reflecting silently on the adventure they had survived. The forest, once a place of lurking danger, now felt like a sanctuary of peace and joy, where courage, teamwork, and friendship had triumphed over fear. Just as Doraemon, the golden cat, and the rabbit were catching their breath, a faint rustling echoed from the shadows of the carrot garden. The giant cobra, not completely defeated, began to stir. Its long, dark scales shimmered ominously in the dappled sunlight. With a hiss that sent chills through the air, it lifted its massive head, scanning the garden with cold, calculating eyes. The white rabbit trembled in Doraemon's arms, its tiny body quivering, ears flattened against its head. Doraemon's round face tightened with determination, and he adjusted his grip on the rabbit, keeping it safe from the looming threat. The golden cat's fur bristled, tail straight, claws gripping the branch it had used before, ready to defend its friends again. The cobra's tongue flicked rapidly, tasting the air, sensing the presence of its adversaries. Every scale along its body reflected light like a dark mosaic, creating a terrifying spectacle. It slithered forward slowly, the ground trembling slightly under its weight. Doraemon shifted his stance, positioning himself between the cobra and the rabbit, ready to strike again. The tension in the air was palpable. The forest seemed to hold its breath as the predator and the defenders faced each other. With a burst of courage, Doraemon swung his metal pan high, aiming directly at the cobra's head. Sparks of sunlight reflected off the pan as it collided with the cobra's scales, producing a sharp, metallic sound that echoed through the forest. The cobra recoiled, hissing in surprise, its eyes narrowing as it tried to regain control. The golden cat, not hesitating, leaped forward with a swift motion, swinging the sturdy branch with precision. The cobra's massive head turned toward the attack, but the combined effort of Doraemon and the cat was too much. The predator's body recoiled violently, eyes blinking, scales glinting with a dizzying shimmer. Meanwhile, the white rabbit, still held safely in Doraemon's arms, watched the battle with wide, fearful eyes. Its tiny paws clutched Doraemon's blue fur, and every little hop of adrenaline could be felt through its trembling body. Doraemon shouted, "Hold on, almost there." The golden cat let out a low, determined growl as it readied another strike. Finally, with one powerful combined hit, the cobra staggered, its massive body tipping over, eyes dazed, unable to continue. The forest exhaled a quiet relief as the predator lay still. Subdued by the bravery and teamwork of the unlikely heroes, the forest returned to its serene rhythm. Doraemon gently placed the white rabbit down beside the basket of harvested carrots. The rabbit sniffed cautiously, then began nibbling on a bright orange carrot, its tiny nose twitching with relief. The golden cat pawed playfully at the scattered snack packets, pushing them back toward the picnic mat. Doraemon exhaled, his round eyes softening. "We did it," he whispered, his voice filled with quiet pride. The sunlight poured through the tall trees, highlighting their small forms in warm golden light. The stream gurgled peacefully nearby. Leaves rustled gently in the wind, and birds chirped a melodic tune. The garden, once a battlefield, now seemed alive and vibrant, each leaf and stone shining in the soft light. Doraemon sat down, brushing a stray leaf from his head, and patted the golden cat gently. The rabbit nestled close, ears upright and calm, while the golden cat purred softly, the tension of the fight fully dissipated. As the sun dipped lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the forest floor, the trio shared a quiet moment of victory and friendship. Courage, teamwork, and loyalty had triumphed. In that peaceful evening glow, Doraemon, the golden cat, and the white rabbit knew they were safe, and the forest felt like home once again.